Hello everyone and welcome to the BoldChess show. I'm your host Roland, and in this video I will be taking on the Stockfish chess engine at level 3 on chess.org, playing with the black pieces and using the Caro-Kann Defense opening. This is the third installment in our series on how to defeat Stockfish levels 1 to 6 as black. To ensure a consistent and educational experience, I will be using the Caro-Kann Defense in each video throughout the series. Be sure to watch the entire playlist and visit our website at boldchess.com, where you will find a step-by-step proven academy for chess improvement. Our program covers everything you need to excel in chess, including openings, endgames, tactics, puzzles, study plans, and much more. Now, let's dive into the challenge. Here we are at the board. We will play against level 3 in this game. And like the previous games, we will also play the Caro-Kann defense. So the Caro-Kann always starts with the c6, and depending on white's response, we can play d5. He captured, I will capture back. We will develop our pieces in a very natural way. We will keep them active. We will try to give space for our king to achieve castle king side. So we will start with our knight at g8. We'll put it on f6. I will have a number of options here, but I will develop my knight. I will protect my knight with my bishop. I will just continue the development. One potential continuation here, which is very popular in the Caro-Kann, is we place the knight, the queen on b6, especially when the bishop slides to b5. So he protects the bishop. I will attack the bishop with the pawn. He captured my knight. We can capture with a number of pieces, but in this case, I will capture with my pawn. Very well. I would like to give space for my bishop, but this pin, if he captured my knight, if I move my pawn to e6, he will capture my knight, and then my pawn structure will not be very good. So I'll start by kicking this bishop first. He continued pushing his pawns. I will move my queen to safety. He captured my knight, so I will capture it with the pawn. Both of these pawns are possible, but the e7 pawn will allow my bishop to become more active. So I would favor the capturing with the e7 pawn. Very well, let's see what we can do. We still need to continue the original plan to castle kingside. So I'll move the bishop. And now we will castle kingside to move our king to safety. Now we need to take this open file by one of the two rocks. I will move this rock. Let's see what we can do here in this position. I'll bring the second rook to the center. And then I would like to pin this knight to the king. Start adding more pressure. How can we continue this attack? Let's see what we have. One potential way is to double these rocks on this file, since it's an open file that we control very well. So let's aim on doubling the rocks. I'll move the rock first to e4, and then I'll slide the other one depending on white's response. Now, of course, I need to attend to this bishop because it's hanging. I will put it on f5. That will give me also a discovered attack on the queen later on. Let's see. He moved the knight. What can we do in this case? We can simply launch our discovered attack, which this little tactic that we have planted. But we need to check the king to do so. So we have two possible checks. Rook to e1, or we can capture the pawn. So let's capture the pawn and deliver a check, and then we can capture his queen. He captured our rook. Now we need to capture the queen. And now in this position, we just need to simplify the material and convert our advantage. So start with the knight. The more we take off pieces and exchange, the easier the game will be for us. I will take the open file. We have this open file that we can take, or we have this one. But since the king cannot castle, I think, anymore, so in this case, we can just capture this open file. The idea was to push our rook to b1 and then to capture the other rook, but he saw this little tactic and he protected the first rank. Now let's see what we can do here. We have here a hanging pawn. We can also we can move our rook to b2. We can move our queen to f4. We have a number of movement here, but the easiest is to capture the hanging pawn. It's very easy to spot. And now I'll just check the king. Once he is blocking the path, as I have said, I would like to exchange material, and the more I exchange, the easier the game will be, because currently I have a material advantage that will allow me to capture the other pawn. Very well. We do have a passed pawn here, so let's start pushing our pawn. We do have a space for the king here that will protect us against a bank rank mate, so I will just keep on pushing my pawn forward, continue the original plan. This will allow us to win the game. I will just keep on pushing the pawn forward and see where that leads. Very well, I cannot push it anymore because the rook is protecting the first rank. I will need to continue my attack elsewhere. We will start with the king side for a bit. I will push my pawn to f5. If he captured my pawn at f5, I will capture his pawn and I will check his king at the same time. I will continue with my attacks. In this case, I will push my pawn forward. If he captured my pawn with his rook, I'll queen. If he captured it with the pawn, is not possible because of the spin. And that will allow me to attack the knight. Very well. Not very sure why he pushed his knight here, but that will just allow me to capture the knight for free. And the position is falling. Now it's very easy to convert it. We just need to queen, and that will mean the end of the game. We just need to capture this rook and play normally here. I will give a check. I will capture this pawn. Now I'll get my second queen and finish the game. We will deliver a check here, and then another check here. Now we need to find the fastest way to checkmate the king. I will the fastest way would be to just to bring the second one like this, and this will end the game. I was calculating other lines, but I thought this is one of the fastest to go about it. Very well, let's see how we did in this game. What were the key moments? Stockfish here is recommending the bishop. I played the knights. He's recommending moving the queen directly to b6, which we didn't do. We just protected it. And then we challenged the bishop. Here in this position, the best play was either to push the pawn to a5. He also recommended briefly putting the knight. We tried to attack the bishop first, so he expanded on the queen side. And here I think he started blundering. Instead of doing a castle king side, he just moved his king one square away from this file, preventing himself from moving his king to safety. This, I think, was the most major blunder in the position for white. And now here we centralize the rocks. Stockfish here is recommending the bishop and to take this diagonal and to add more pressure on the queen side. I didn't see that. The correct square was f5. I've put it at g4. And now the idea of doubling the rocks is perfectly valid. Here, We captured the pawn, we captured the queen. This was all very natural movement. It seems the correct play here is to a8, but I don't know why it's to a8. Probably Stockfish is looking forward to, the analysis engine, I mean, is looking forward to place the rook at a8, capture the pawn, and then he will have a protected passed pawn. Probably that's the idea. I took over the open file, then we captured the pawn. And here the correct play was to capture this pawn directly instead of checking the king, but it's okay, we were exchanging material. And we ended up capturing the pawn anyway. And now here we are just about pushing our pawns and converting our advantage. There is nothing special here in this position. The fastest way to checkmate the king is by moving the queen to d7 and then to d5. That will be absolutely the fastest compared to my line, which took much longer. But overall, it was an educational game, and to beat level 3, we just needed to play in a very conservative, solid fashion and keep our pieces active. Double the rocks if possible, if the position allows. Take control over the center and find the right tactics and attacks in order to keep the pressure as much as possible. Thank you so much for watching.